Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Apexel digital night vision binocular. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful, I'll put a link to this in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this says day and night dual use, high definition digital display, 800 meter detection range, video and image capture, 4 megapixel 1080p. So it has the day and night mode, so it shows the difference between nighttime and using the night vision. So this uses infrared technology. I'll go over that a little bit. Here's the applications: camping, night observation, hunting, search and rescue, wildlife observation, cave prospection. Here's some specs. Magnification optical zoom is 4x, magnification up to with digital zoom is 12x, aperture is f2.2, type of coating fully coated, eyepieces for eyeglass wearers included, field of view at 1000 meters is 123 meters, field of view is 7%, focus range, viewing range in daytime is 1 meter to infinity, visible in full darkness, yes, working voltage 5 volts, power supply is lithium battery, battery life is 10 hours with the IR off, removable storage, micro SD card less than or equal to 32 gigabytes, luminance is 2.2 watts infrared LED, IR illumination is 850 nanometers, range is 300 meters, display resolution of screen is 640 by 480, sensor type is CMOS, made of plastic, colors black, dimensions are 196 by 144 by 65, weight without battery is 600 grams, navigation is control buttons, output is USB, AV support is NTSC PAL, image formats are JPEG, 640 by 480 or 120 by 720. Video formats are 1080p 20 fps, 720p 30 fps, 480p VGA 30 fps. Comes with binocular, USB-C cable, lanyard and carrying case, and manual. Let's get this opened up. Okay, so this comes with a case. And here's a manual. Let's see what the manual has in it. Okay, this talks about the different parts. So you can pause if you want to read through all of this. Here's the screen display, interface description, some troubleshooting. Okay, so instructions are all on one side. Let's pull this open. Look at the bag real quick. So it looks like we're going to have a shoulder strap on there, and here's a loop to hang it by. The hook and loop fastener. Pull this out, and we do. So this does come with a charge cable, and it uses the more modern USB Type-C, so that's nice. And here is the shoulder strap. So this attaches using the hook and loop fastener here, although I'm not sure how. So I can pass this through here. I'm not sure how that works. I'm just going to twist it around because it's kind of on opposite sides. I could do something like that, but I will just twist it. So it'll have a half twist in it. Okay, so here are the binoculars. Comes with desiccant and a cleaning cloth. We have some plastic over the lens here. See if I can get that off. There we go. Plastic over this lens. It's a cover over this, and here is the actual sensor lens. So the way this works is this is a giant infrared flashlight, and this is a camera. So this shoots out a beam of invisible to human light, and then this picks it up and it displays it on a screen here. So here we have buttons on the top. On the side we have some ports. I can open this up. Here we have micro SD card slot and USB-C for charging. So let's take a look at the bottom. So here we have a 1/4-20 tripod thread. So if you're looking at things at night and taking pictures, it's not a bad idea to have it on a tripod, so it's a little more steady. That could give you a little bit better quality photos. We have some rubberized feet, so if you set this down it doesn't slip off your surface as easy. Then it has these battery compartments, so there's 2 of these. And these have 18650 lithium cells in them. So if we open up the side, so let's try charging this. So I have a USB charger here. I'll plug into it, and then I'll plug in the side here to the USB. And here we're charging, it's kind of hard to see, but we're charging at 0.65 amps. Now it's up to 0.8 amps. So depending on the state of charge in the binoculars, it will charge faster or slower. As it gets filled up, it'll slow down that charge. So we can put a micro SD card in here. So it takes up to a 32 gigabyte card. So here I have a Kingston Endurance 32 gigabyte card. Put that in. So I put it in label up, and you can see it's kind of cockeyed here. So we want to turn that over. You want it label down. Like so. Use my thumbnail to click it in. There we go, and then I can seal up the side. So this lens cover here is for daytime use. You can leave this on because there's a hole in it, and then for nighttime you can take it off. And then to adjust the focus you turn this. Let's take a closer look at the buttons here. So here we have plus, minus, forward, backwards. We have power, menu, IR, and OK. So let's turn this on. I'll hold down the power button, and you can see it says welcome. Now I'm going to figure out how to show this. I think I'm going to turn all the lights off. Okay, so hopefully that's focused in enough. So on the plus minus button is the digital zoom. So this has a 4x optical zoom, but you can't zoom in with it. It's always 4x optical. So if you're looking at something, it's 4 times bigger. And then from there, you can do a digital zoom with that plus minus button. Then if we hit the power button again, right now we're in photo mode, hit power, it takes us to video mode, and then we have display mode so we can look at photos we've taken. So I'll go back to photo mode. Then we have menu button. So that goes to the menu. I'll go through that in a minute. And then on the very lower right, I'll press the IR button. And if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little light bulb, and that says a 1. Here it says 2, 3, 4. So that's the infrared illuminator. So that is the infrared light. So it's on the highest setting now of 4, so you can turn it off completely. So when you turn this on, you may notice it doesn't work, and you think, oh, it's defective or something. Well, you actually need to turn that illuminator on. So you want to hit that IR light. If you want it at full brightness, you'll hit it 4 times, and then you'll have your night vision mode. And then the top right button, or closest to your eyes, is the shutter button. So if you press that button, it will take a picture. So let's look at the menu real quick. So one thing you're probably going to want to do after you get this is to go through the menu and adjust some settings. So here we have photo size is 1 megapixel. I'll hit the shutter button on this and I'll change that to 4 megapixels. So I'm using that plus and minus to navigate this. I'll hit enter to go back. Then I'll go to video size. Same thing, I'll change that to 1080p. It says picture number, 1, 2, or 3 photos. So that's like a multi-frame mode. I'll just do 1. We have photo delay is 2, 5, or 10 seconds. So if you're taking pictures at night, when you press that shutter button, it might vibrate the camera. So what you could do is have this on a tripod, press the shutter, and then take your hands off the camera, and it will take a picture 2 seconds later after the camera has settled. So that can help with that. So it's kind of a timer mode, or you can use it like a self-timer also. And we have timestamp on or off, lower brightness. I'm not sure what lower brightness is on here. And we have language, format, so you can format the card. We can set the clock. Default set resets all the settings on here. We have auto power off after 5 minutes. And we have system has firmware and firmware version. So I'll exit this. So let's see if we can get anything to show up here. It might be kind of difficult. So my hand is in front of here. I'm going to take off that lens cover, and yeah, I'm not really getting anything. So this isn't the ideal place to demonstrate this on my bench. So let me point my camera up and see if I can get into this. So I'm really just kind of too close to anything, but let's see if I can kind of zoom in on the corner. Okay, so this is not perfect, but you can see I have my 3D printer there, and I'll press the illuminator, and now the illuminator's off, and I'll turn the illuminator on, and you can see the image in the camera lights up. So, and it's not pitch black over there, but it's pretty dark. This is with no light. You can see with the illuminator on, you can see a lot better. So what I'm going to do is take some pictures at night with this and some video, and then I'm going to put that native video right into this video so you can see it. So I have a little baby deer wandering around the yard, so I'll take some pictures of it, and then I have a couple daytime pictures in too. Okay, so here I am out at night, and we're looking at the screen inside of the binoculars, and this is going to be kind of tricky to do, but I'll try and hone in on something. Okay, so here's a tree. It's probably 30 foot away or so from me. So here you can see what it looks like in the viewfinder. Here's another tree. Okay, so there's some sample video from this. So the deer was up against the fence. That can make it kind of tricky to do the night vision with it, but you are able to manually focus here. So that can help if you're looking through a fence or a screen or something. And this only has the manual focus. It doesn't have an automatic focus, but it's not a huge range that you have to mess with this, so it's not hard to use. So I was doing this handheld. It would have been better to use a tripod with this. And that's just in general, if you're doing something at night or in the dark, a tripod gives you better images because then the camera stays still while you're collecting light. So there are lots of uses for something like this. I think this can be a lot of fun to take camping or something to look at wildlife. You can use this for security purposes. Since this is picking up infrared, you can use this to check security cameras to see if the light on your security camera is lit up. So if you were to point this at like a camera doorbell or an outdoor security camera, you should see the infrared being emitted from those lights. But this would be good for security, nature watching, and so many uses for something like this. I think it can be a lot of fun. So after you take your pictures, you can view them on here. You hit the menu to the view mode, or you can take that micro SD card out and stick it in your computer. And the computer formats are AVI and JPEG, so you can view those with your viewing software on your computer. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.